Hey guys, it's Edwin here, and today I want to talk about compromise in relationships and things you're not supposed to compromise when you are in a relationship. Compromise is an important aspect in every kind of relationship, but it's also where you find yourself veering into toxic relationship territory in the name of love or in the name of wanting to preserve that relationship. And the toxic relationship often begins when you literally compromise yourself or you so that you can make someone else who doesn't even want to compromise happy. A healthy relationship is characterized by a healthy kind of compromise. But when you don't have a healthy relationship with yourself, your people pleasing self will hide behind this word compromise and keep you in a relationship which is not good for you, a relationship which is damaging your health. That's why the most important thing you have to do in life is to have a look at the things you can compromise in a relationship before even getting into that relationship, before even venturing or investing into that prospective relationship or life partnership. Like, know it first before getting in there. That will really save you a lot. Yeah, to build a kind of lifelong or a long-term partnership with someone else, yeah, some level of compromise is necessary because it's two people coming together. I'm going to talk about two people here. So of course there are you have some likes, some dislikes, so there is just a bit of compromise which is actually necessary for the relationship to grow. But we are not supposed to compromise, instead that we even overstep and hurt ourselves in the name of love, or so that we do not lose the relationship. And I'm going to share with you 6 things we are not supposed to compromise in a relationship. Just knowing that, well, the moment you compromise this, it means that the relationship has turned out to be an unhealthy relationship for you. The first thing you're not supposed to compromise in a relationship is your inner peace. The relationship is the place where you spend most of your time in, and it should be the place where you feel safe the most. Safety here means spiritual, mentally, and physical safety, or even health. So you should never sacrifice your happiness or inner calmness for the sake of keeping that relationship. If the relationship is making things harder for you each day and each night, then the best place for you is outside the relationship. If the number of stressful days far outnumber the peaceful ones, then it already means that you are compromising your own happiness and inner peace. If you don't even want to go home, like you dread going home or you dread seeing that person on a daily basis, then it's already compromising your inner peace. So you should always feel safe and peaceful in a relationship, and not always feeling on guard all the time because you are afraid of what they are going to do, or even you are afraid of losing the relationship. So you're just on guard and afraid. So when you compromise your inner peace, it means that the relationship is now becoming your source of sadness, anxiety, sorrow, and general dissatisfaction in life. So it means that you are compromising your inner peace, and the best place for you is outside the relationship. The second thing you're not supposed to compromise are your core values. Core values are those things you hold dear in your life, like accountability, integrity. They are those things that which you really feel are the driving forces of your life. They shape what you deem as undesirable and desirable behaviors. So the moment you compromise on your core values in a relationship, it implies that you are losing the meaning of who you are and what you stand for. So you can only compromise on your core values if you are the one who wants to do it, but not so that you can fit into someone else's core values, so that you can fit into your partner's core values. No, do not compromise just for the sake of the relationship. So your core values and beliefs are more of your individuality or what defines you as a person. And if your partner wants you to change those so that you can be you can be a different person, then it's more of them molding you into what they want you to be instead of you being what you want to be. So the moment you go that route, you are compromising your core values, then you are heading into toxic relationship territory. The third thing you're not supposed to compromise on is your family and friends. Yes, your partner may not be in sync with your family and friends, but that doesn't mean that you cut them off for your partner's sake. You had those relationships, those friendships, and that family before you even met your partner. So if you want to cut them off, let it be reasonable, and not because your partner wants you to do it. Like your partner is threatening you of, like, if you don't leave your family and friends, I'm leaving you. No. Of course, some of your friends and family may be toxic to your relationship, but your partner should not be the one who solely makes that decision for you. You can, of course, have a sober discussion on this at times, because at times it may be coming from the point of care. But if you feel that you are being pressured to isolate from your friends and family, or from your lifelong friends and family, then you've got to pause and think twice. The fourth thing is your dreams and goals. You had dreams before that relationship, like pursuing a career or some great interest in life. Your partner, in fact, should be like your best cheerleader in the pursuit of those dreams. Like, you should not stop pursuing your personal goals or your life purpose because you are now in a relationship. Of course, you can discuss what's reasonable and what's not reasonable, but do not compromise on those things that give your life spark. You may have, of course, outgrown some of the dreams and some of your goals, but let it come from your own volition and not because your partner is directly or indirectly forcing you or pushing you to stop doing them. So if you had dreams, yes, you can drop them, it's okay, but let it not be, it is a must for you to leave everything so that you can grow the relationship. Let it come from your own volition, not because you are being pressured by your partner. The fifth one is your opinions and suggestions. Here's the thing, you will not, of course, agree on everything in a relationship, but that doesn't mean that you stop voicing your opinions. You should feel that your voice is being heard even when you have contrary opinions. You should not compromise on your ability to just air that opinion on something because you are afraid of upsetting your partner or ruining the relationship. So you should not let them just dictate everything so as to maintain the relationship. The moment you let them dictate everything, it means that it's no longer a relationship. It's more like a one-sided relationship. So you have different likes and dislikes in life, but it shouldn't mean that your partner's opinion is far much more prioritized than your own opinion, than your own voice, than your own thoughts. So you should always have this middle ground and not feel left out in key decisions. You should have, of course, inputs in major life decisions without feeling overpowered or shut down. The last thing is self-esteem. If your partner makes you doubt your worth so much, and you really feel that every time the relationship makes you feel so unworthy and more unworthy, then that's not the right place for you. Self-esteem is this sense of being worthy of happiness and having the ability to stand up for yourself. So you should never compromise on your sense of being an autonomous being and treating yourself with respect. And when a relationship is making you doubt yourself or doubt your own value, because like your partner constantly ridicules you or invalidates you, then you don't even have to think twice. A relationship is supposed to even build your self-esteem, build your self-confidence, build your self-respect, and not make you feel very unworthy. So the moment you compromise your self-esteem, like you feel so valueless, unworthy, disrespected, then you are compromising the wrong thing. Compromise, yeah, is important for a relationship to grow. But when you lack the awareness, or when you're not aware, you may think that your sense of self-sacrifice or perseverance or compromise is because you love your partner, in quotes. But all along it's just you hiding your deep insecurities. So the best way to look at compromise in a relationship is to understand your compromises before you venture into that relationship, before you commit into that relationship. Because it can be hard to break free from that prison once you are hooked to a manipulative partner. It will be hard because if you compromise yourself so much, you will feel that you are powerless, you will feel weak, and you will feel that you don't have the ability to cope with life challenges. And an abusive relationship mostly begins when you compromise yourself. So this mostly happens, of course, unconsciously because of your unhealed wounds and trauma. But if you find that you are in a relationship where you are really struggling and compromising so much, like you might be compromising 200%, and then your partner is not even compromising anything, then you have to start thinking of disembarking from that ship. Like the relationship should not be an option for you. There is a healthy level of compromise, but it becomes unhealthy if your health in itself, your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, your spiritual health is starting to feel the effect of your compromise.